Alright, time for another DraftPhysics.com, debatephysics.com also. But no reasonable, I don't know, reasonably articulated counter-arguments to any of the arguments made at the Debate Physics website. 5-minute videos, that's the challenge, and none of these brave souls can take up that challenge. So anyway, so stupid comments. I mean, it's just all the comments are always stupid, unfortunately. Nobody says something sensible like, okay, you've raised some issues that really should be resolved. I mean, is momentum move things or does kinetic energy move things? I mean, which one works? Which one does work? I mean, yeah, this should be really a question they can answer. But no, they don't say something reasonable like that. Instead, they just defend the religion. So, all right, so on his video, the Noah guy, Noah wouldn't answer the simple question, but the moron showed up to do it. So might as well. So this is the moronic defense. The only coward here is you. It is well documented and evidenced fact. What is? So again, it's the question is, the silly simple question. 5-ton train, 10 miles an hour, 10-ton train, 5 miles an hour. Will the 5-ton train in any circumstance ever show that it has twice the energy? So if I tied them both to some other object they had to pull, would the 5-ton train going 10 miles an hour pull it better than the 10-ton train going 5 miles an hour? Would it actually pull it further? Would it make some kind of difference ever? They claim it has twice the energy. The obligation is to show that the energy can be converted into something like work. If you can't convert the energy into anything that looks like work, even heat, anything, will the 5-ton train going 10 make more heat than the 10-ton train going 5? Do you have any evidence, any indication at all, any glimmer of hope anywhere in the evidenced reality demonstrating it to be an absolute fact that no, they're the same momentum, it's the same capacity to do work? That was your obligation. This is, again, just proving you don't have an argument. This is not an argument. It is well documented and evidenced fact. Where? Where is this well documented? Show me the experiment, asshole. It's a really simple experiment. Object going that way, object going this way, put a steel wire between them, see what happens. Well, what's the big deal? Oh, amazing liars. Just amazing. All right, so some guy called Do, which that fits, duty. Silly evasion. Dude, you block people from your channel for asking questions. That's not what you do. You're rude, obnoxious, scummy assholes, and I don't have to put up with that. They're simple physics arguments I make. I draw them on a board. I explain the arguments. What the fuck? Where in this sentence somewhere am I entitled to be rudely responded to? In the sense that I'm just asking a simple question. One more try. If a 5 mass going 10 volt, that's what you're supposed to respond to, asshole. All right. And if you can't do it, then yeah, you're wasting my time. If you can't make a physics argument, you're wasting everyone's time. So you're just a waste of people's time. And he's laughing at it. Yeah, it's just a joke. People's time being wasted by assholes like you is just that, a joke. Now, Jerry Hall is going to do something miraculous here, which is admit entirely that I'm right and their theory is shit. So, very good, Jerry. So he says, theoretically, the masses would stop completely because they won't stop completely, so that's obviously nonsense. Besides, I've pointed out, there is no cancellation of the force. The force has to go into something. So both of them are going to get jittered quite a bit. Both of them are going to try to move in some directions. They're probably going to fly up in the air, and one end is going to tip over, and they're going to do some different things. But the point is the thing with twice the energy is not going to move the collision in its direction. It's not going to win the tug of war. It's going to demonstrate that it doesn't have anything called more energy. All right. So, but it's conceding it would stop completely because total momentum is zero. Well, obviously, it's just idiotic to call it total momentum is zero because we know it's going to be quite a bit of action. The little things are going to go through quite a bit of jarring and displacements, little displacements. as the energy leaks out of them into the environment, and has been conserved. Well, obviously the momentum has been conserved, and that's exactly the point. So the momentum does the work, the momentum is conserved, the kinetic energy doesn't do work, and it's not conserved. So what is the logical conclusion? Which one is real? The one that is conserved and does work, or the one that isn't conserved and does absolutely nothing ever? I mean, that's not complicated, is it? All right, back. So in reality, there's no such thing as a non-stretchable rope. So what we know for the purpose of this experiment, we can make something that's very inelastic, very uncompressible or unstretchable, where the energy will be passed through it. Okay, so without resorting to some kind of steel bar or something, we can make something that's going to be pretty incapable of absorbing any of the energy. It is likely the masses would move a little bit in the opposite direction. So whatever that even means, that they'd reflect a little. Okay, maybe so. They can't win a tug of war. So what do you mean they can't? If I put a 20-ton train going 10 miles an hour against a 10-ton train, it's going to win. So the point is they certainly could win if it was something that had twice the energy, but it doesn't actually have twice the energy. So if I put something on the other side that has twice the momentum, it will win. It'll win the tug of war. It'll drag the other thing with it. Fact. Absolute fact. That would violate conservation. So again, there's pretending that he's preserving conservation when their theory never does any work and is never conserved if you're ever dealing with objects that have different masses. So the only time they can conserve their fake energy is when they start with fake energy, move it into an object that's exactly the same object, and then they can conserve their fake energy. But any time you change the mass, their theory completely fails, and the one that continues to always be right is momentum. The energy is lost in the rope, so more nonsense. Obviously, it's going to be lost in that backward motion, a lot of different kind of jostling that will go on. There'll be lots of evidence of how the energy is lost, and that's not the point. The point is that the thing with twice the energy can't do any work. So if it was moving a spaceship or moving an elephant or moving anything, if I use a 5-ton train going 10 and a 10-ton train going 5, the 5-ton train will never do more work. So even though you say it has twice the energy, I can never, ever, 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 in any circumstance, anywhere in space or on this planet, can I ever show it to do twice as much work. And yet you claim it's real energy. So you've conceded the argument. You lose. You're an idiot. Ugh. Pathetic. All right, so we'll go back to a comment on my channel. So, you could answer the first question that I asked, okay, is what landed us on the moon? Kinetic energy or momentum? Because frankly, as I think I've demonstrated logical proofs for, is that it's just absolutely true that the only thing you're going to get is the equal and opposite reaction of momentum. Momentum will move spaceships, so you have to have thrust that is momentum. The kinetic energy portion, the kinetic energy calculation, will have nothing to do with moving the spaceship ever, 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 ever. Because it can't do any work, because it's a fable. And you didn't counter that argument, so you're still way behind. All right, so this is a comment on the same video made as a response to the lack of answers to the simple question. So this video has the 2 questions in it. I read them, no answers to them, and so that's the context of this asshole's comment on this video. So a video where I'm pointing out how they evade the questions. Let's see if he answers them. I have to fortune. Yeah. So unfortunately, yes, we have a problem writing a sentence. I have the, I guess he means fortune, misfortune, you decide, of stumbling across your channel. I have made it a point to listen to people that challenge the mainstream narratives of science. You don't see any indication. He has a playlist on his channel. It's all, fantasy stuff. big muscle guys against different big muscle guys and some karate stuff, and it's all bullshit. As these are how innovation has been driven in the past. So whatever that even means. Take Galileo or Einstein. Well, again, how are these examples, good examples of dissidency? And Galileo did solid science. Einstein did completely pie-in-the-sky bullshit for the most part. I mean, the only thing worth anything was the Brownian motion thing. However, in Einstein, you are not. Well, says you. Okay, so yeah, I'm not Einstein. I'm not making up woo physics. I don't show up with a dumb answer like the invisible bent thing did it. Yeah, that's not part of what I consider to be physics, okay? That's not a physical explanation of anything. It's not mechanical. It's not anything. It's useless baby talk. You might as well said hobgoblin juice did it. All right, let's begin with definitions of energy and momentum. Why bother? You don't have a rational definition. The definition of kinetic energy is it doesn't work, and it's non-existent, and it's not conserved. It doesn't obey any of the qualities something called energy should obey. That's its definition. The definition is it's a fable. Energy describes the ability to do work, so that's a big lie. The whole point is, I'm arguing to you, is that there's no evidence it does work. The bullet goes into the ballistic pendulum with 2,000 joules of work energy. How much work does it do? 0.06% of that energy it uses and does work, and the rest is gone somewhere. 1,998 joules of energy are missing. All right. Didn't do work. Okay. Applying a force over distance. This has units of joules, right? Again, just baby talk. Okay, well, fuck you. This is just patronizing nonsense, okay? I've been doing this for a long time. You can't be bothered. I have the fucking website links right there. You can't be bothered to really look at what the arguments are. And, of course, you didn't even pay any attention to the questions I actually read. Just answer the fucking questions, you shit for brain. All right, momentum describes motion. Well, what the fuck is you're saying motion doesn't have the ability to do work. Mass and velocity doesn't do work. Yeah, it is. You got it exactly backwards. Momentum does work. Kinetic energy does nothing but waste neurons. It has units, mass times velocity. Oh, you're just such a jackass. From a unit's perspective, it makes about as much sense to compare height and a density. So he thinks somehow that motion and motion are distinctly different. Yeah, I mean, the motion and the motion are exactly not comparable things. Oh, but yeah, that's right. One's a scalar motion. That is, it's motion. It's motion, except it's not going anywhere. Yeah, it's scalar motion. Ridiculous. Okay. Let's try fuck you. Let's try to understand. Why don't you just get what you fucking deserve, you scummy piece of patronizing asshole? Okay. Let's try to understand the difference between the two. Between two. Between two. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Energy and consequently work. So a big lie. Again, the whole point is it never does work. The 8-pound ball going 16 miles an hour, the 16-pound ball going 8 miles an hour. The 8-pound ball is supposed to have twice the energy. Can it do any work? No! Oh, fuck. Talk about change in motion, whereas momentum just provides the motion. So it's just silly. Obviously, momentum provides motion in a direction, okay? It's mass moving in a direction with a velocity. It's a vector. And kinetic energy, as stated, is a fable. All right, to change the momentum, you have to do work. So, no, you have to apply force, but whatever. Hence, the following object accelerates and increases the momentum. Oh, fuck you in the ass till dead. This is just such a waste of time. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to, this is just a waste of time. The notion of energy describing change, demand, the motion objects using chemical. Oh, fuck you. This isn't about chemistry. I gave two examples. Tell me that the rocket, okay, the thrust of a rocket, it's the kinetic energy that moves the spaceship. Tell me that's what you think the truth is, that they land on the moon doing kinetic energy calculations. And then tell me that the 5-ton train going one way and the 10-ton train going the other way, that the 5-ton train shows that it has twice the energy. Make a real argument, you fucking weasel. Okay. To address the apparent disconnect you have with physics and reality it describes, you should understand the difference between elastic and inelastic. So fuck you again. Just fuck you. Yeah, just fuck you. Waste of time. He's not going to argue my claims. Fuck you. I mean, what a scumbag you are to think you're some kind of skeptic and that you care about the fucking truth and you type that drivel when I've given you a clear argument to just fucking state your answer. What's your fucking answer? Did kinetic energy land man on the moon? Answer the fucking question, you fucking weasel. Oh, God, I just hate this planet. Alright, so not as much of a video as I thought there would be because I didn't know that comment was going to be all crap. Fuck you. Well, you have to understand that there's this color called white, and then there's this color called black, and then you can mix the color and you can have something that's called gray, or dark gray, or light gray. Fuck you.